We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. But never broken, scars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. Gotta move on from the 90s, watch it fade into the night. Time to chart our legacy, everyone's down to fight. We upgrade, reload, Williams in the backfield running fast. Turpin speed, Lamb and grace, even when the rain hits we don't crack. Follow back to set the edge, pass rush ready, spirit pledge. Clowny still the thunder, bring the pressure, man we better hedge. Injuries trying to take our bones, but the soul stays undefeated. Depth chart, shift rookies rise, ultimate prize, I need it. Through the injury, through the doubt, we got dreams, we gonna shout. Even when the crowd go quiet, I drive like the riot. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken, stars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. Coach Schottenheimer calling plays, new era, new ways. We learning how to win again, climbing out of yesterday's. Dak Prescott still that leader, voice steady when the world shakes. Brotherhood in every huddle, hustle in each move we make. Aubrey's boots, spring with ice, 6'4" yard code, that's precise. When the game tight, his cuts becomes the norm, no room to think twice. GP, hungry eyes, stepping up where others rise. We chopped it out, we saw the hope, season's ours, we'll take the prize. It's more than stats, it's heart and trust. More than fame, it's grind and blood. When the lights dim, we still combust. When they doubt, we adjust. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken, stars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. So stand tall in the cold, in the rain, in the fight. Every dog demands a warrior, every night we see the light. Dallas still more than just a name, you're a story in the flame. We put in work, we earn the crown. Next march, next game. We don't care about the haters, always got something to say. They're the barrier in front of us, standing right in our way. And I know everyone doubts us as we're chasing down our dream, as we're holding the law body chanting America's team. We rise when the lights go low. Dallas storming on the road. From the shadows of defeat, we gon' let our glory show. Rules were never broken, scars speak what we know. Cowboys ride through the fire, 'cause that's how legends grow. How about them Cowboys? Angry Cowboys fan. On to battle. Hey, hey. Start on our chest beats, we never settle. America's team through thick and thin. Hey, hey. When the sun shines bright, that's when we win. Angry Cowboys fan.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation and angry Cowboys fans around the world? Y'all know who it is. It's your man, the Angry Cowboys fan. And welcome to Loser Week for our Dallas Cowboys as we take an L to the Carolina Panthers. So before I start the live, let me go ahead and make good on the bet that I had with my boy John from One Carolina. God. Keep damn. Keep pounding, Carolina Panthers. Keep pounding. Y'all pounded the Dallas Cowboys? Not really, but by 3 points, it is what it is. Y'all won against the Dallas Cowboys, so I got to be a man of my word. Keep pounding, Carolina Panthers. Y'all got something good down there. Don't squander it. You know what I'm saying? But before we start the live, let me go ahead and say what's up to the chat, because y'all know that's what I do. That's what I start out the lives with. Like Jay-Z says, y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So let me go ahead and bring the chat up on the screen. Bow. Yeah, let's go ahead and say what's up to everybody that's in here. Miss Angie, number one in the building. I appreciate you. What's going on with you? Miss Matrix in the house. How you doing? Cruiser Cruise in the building. Sin Spin, what's up, brother? Do your Amazon Prime. I didn't do my Amazon Prime homework the other day. I gotta watch Gen Z. Anybody that watches Gen Z, don't spoil it for me. I gotta watch the new season of Gen Z and get on it with my man Sin over at Splatter Talk Cinema. Yeah. Jeremy Betts, what's going on with you, brother? What's going on? The league commander is in the house, and he's here with his popcorn, ready to go ahead and give the Cowboys the business because we get to go see his team this coming week. All right, we got Mr. Mojo in the house. John Sam in the building. What's going on with you? Ty Cowboys is in the house with all the mean faces. What's up, Angry? I see that. I see why. This is why you stay angry. You're absolutely right, because it's stuff like this. And I said it, I said it to my man Oscar on the live. It might have been backstage, but I was just talking to him, and I'm like, when the Cowboys have their destiny right there in their hands, when they have it ready to go, what they do will dictate how the future will be. They kind of squander it every single time. Like if it's a win and you're in type of scenario, squander. If it's taking the lead in the NFC East, which this game wasn't the lead taker of the NFC East, but when we were faced with those type of situations, we would squander them. And we squandered this one. Carlito Cash in the building. What's going on? And D'Angelo Brown in the house. What's going on with your Cowboys Nation? I tell you, I'm going to be dropping the link in the chat. So if anybody wants to hit the link, come up and spit out any of their frustrations they have with the Dallas Cowboys, y'all let me know, because I know there is a lot going around Cowboys Nation as of today. And I just don't get it, Cowboys Nation. I don't get it. I'm going to ask you guys this question. Y'all go ahead and put it in the chat for me, and I'll read your chat. But who's to blame for the loss to the Carolina Panthers? Who is to blame? If you could pick some names, that you have issue with, that you think was responsible for the loss in this game against the Carolina Panthers, put it in the chat, because I'm lost. For real, Cowboys Nation, I am lost. I mean, other than the fact of I'm blaming the defense, I'm just lost as to what the defense can do. I blame the defense. I blame the defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. And I also blame Brian Schottenheimer, too. I blame Brian Schottenheimer for his play calling toward the end of the game. Especially during that last possession that the Dallas Cowboys had. Why are you going to sit there and throw 2 screen plays and then a check down? And we needed yardage, Cowboys Nation. So I'm like, why aren't you trying to press it down the field? Why aren't you trying to go down the field and actually get this dub? And it sucks, because the offense always seems like the one that has to get the dub. You know what I'm saying? The offense is always the one that people are going to rely on to be like, hey, we need this game. We can't get any stops, but we need this game. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I did not have on my bingo card today that I would be coming here talking to you guys about a loss to the Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? I did not have that on my bingo card. But then I try to sit and figure out what the issue is. What's the biggest issue that the Dallas Cowboys face? And I feel like one of the biggest issues that we face is on the defensive side of the ball. And a lot of people will say that it's the edge rusher. We're missing the edge rusher presence. I'm thinking we're missing a dog at the linebacker position, a dog at that Mike linebacker position, where you would have a Jack Sanborn or a Kenneth Murray, a dog right there that could command this defense, that can actually line right upside, right next to your edge rusher, and he be the one to rush the passer. Because you know that Matt Eberflus ain't dialing up no too many blitz packages. So when he does, use the dog that you get. We trying to get pressure with four people on the line, and it worked in the Jets game, but the Jets were the Jets. We see a little bit better offensive line in the Carolina Panthers, and we don't get to Bryce Young. We just don't get to him. We let him sit in the pocket. We let him scan the defense. We let him carve up our defense. Another thing, being beat over the top again. And guess who you see in the television frame? When somebody gets beat, who do you always see in the frame of the television? Number 6. Donovan Wilson. You just keep seeing him in the vicinity of somebody getting burnt. I put it up on X. I'm like, man, he just got burnt. And it all, to me, Cowboys Nation, it really has to deal with zone and man defense. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, Cowboys Nation. But I'll tell you, I'm ticked off. I know a lot of content creators and fans and everything that are ticked off, but at the same time, it's like, what's the expectation of Cowboys Nation? What's the expectation of this Dallas Cowboys team this year? I think a lot of people, the general consensus is that the expectation of Cowboys Nation is for this team to make it to the playoffs. So everybody thinks that we're going to make it to the playoffs, but then we get to the playoffs and we have a situation like this. Is that going to hurt even worse? That we scathed by the hair of our chitty chin chin to the playoffs and get manhandled like this because our defense is just questionable, it's inconsistent, it's undisciplined. Like, that makes me ask the question, like, who is responsible for this? That was the first question that popped up on, with the live. Like, who is to blame for this whole situation? I try to hold players accountable, but in zone defense, it's kind of harder to hold somebody accountable. I mean, you can, but you got to figure out where the zones are on the field, who's responsible for what position and what place on the field. But in man defense, everybody's accountable. If your man beats you, then you got beat. You're not relying for somebody over the top to be able to help you with anything over the top. That's your man. You got the cover 2, but cover 2, they bring out, the 2 safeties to help on something over the top. But let's just say you got 3 wide receivers going over the top. Man is going to hold everybody accountable. And I like the fact that Trayvon Diggs actually came out and said that, coach, we need to play more man. We need to play more man, because I feel like when the Dallas Cowboys face somebody, their opponents, the offensive coordinators, like, all right, we really don't have to worry about their man-to-man defense. So let's go ahead and get all of our zone beaters front and center. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we'll have a few man beaters out there, but for the most part, they play over 60% zone in a game. Like, it's just so predictable. And that was the issue that the Dallas Cowboys had for a number of years. I mean, when we went to go play the 49ers, they came out and said, like, man, they were just so predictable. We knew what they were going to do. And now it seems like on the defensive side of the ball, teams know that we're just going to come in there and play that bend but don't break defense. They're going to know that the Dallas Cowboys will only allow so much in front of them. Like, hey, if they're going to allow 7 yards in front of them, take it. Take it. Don't feel like you have to throw over their heads to get more yardage. If they're going to give you 7 yards on a first down, by all means, take it. And that's what happens. I mean, we saw it on that third down conversion, that if the Dallas Cowboys would have got a stop, that would at least made the other coach think, like, do I want to go for it? Do I want to risk going for it? Or do I punt it? and hope that our defense can do something with it. Because I know we can't have that thought. As Dallas Cowboys fans and the Dallas Cowboys players, I mean, shoot, if I was a player, I'd be like, man, I know I can't really rely on the defense because they ain't got it right yet. So we're gonna have to go out there. We're gonna have to try and score as many points as we can and hope that we end the game with the ball. Because if we don't, we're gonna lose. that oh man, that sucks to have. I know that sucks to have as a teammate. Like, and I feel in my heart of hearts, I feel like this defense is handcuffed. The players on this defense, they're handcuffed because they can't do what they're good at. You know what I'm saying? Like zone, we see the results of zone. You know, Trayvon Diggs, a better man covering DB. I mean, yo, let's try to switch it up. I mean, Eberflus, what do we have to do? Like, how many times do you have to see if something's broke, you gotta fix it? I mean, there's no question about it. If something's broke, you got to fix it. I mean, honestly, Cowboys Nation, hence why I actually had to go a little bit later on the live because man, I went to go I went to go meet up with my wife and I got there, you know, my truck running fine and everything. I got there, turned it off, went inside to go meet with her, came back outside to leave, tried turning it on and it wouldn't start. I'm like, what the what's going on? Like it just would not start. And so I had to have it towed to a mechanic. Hopefully we can get that situated, but that's why I had to push it from 4 to 6. So my apologies on that. But I mean, one thing that I've noticed with this Dallas Cowboys defense is, and I asked the question live, and there really wasn't an answer. What's this defense's identity? What is the identity of the Dallas Cowboys defense? Can somebody tell me that in the comment section? Please, in the chat, please let me know what the damn identity for our Dallas Cowboys defense is. Because I can't tell. I can't tell. Real talk. Like, I know what Brian Schottenheimer wanted to come in and do. He wanted to come in and be aggressive, but yesterday, that wasn't aggressive. That wasn't aggressive, Cowboys Nation, by any stretch of the word. My goodness, like we were getting beat off the ball all the time. Like in the battle of the line of scrimmage, our defense was getting blown off of the line. Like Rico was gashing us. It looked sickening. I mean, y'all know that I root for Rico Dowdle. You know, do your thing, but not against the Dallas Cowboys. Not against us. You know, I beat the table for Rico Dowdle, but damn, I don't want you doing that to us. I wanted you to do that for us. That's why I was so high up on re-signing or extending Rico Dowdle because I know the potential that the brother has. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that he really got clowned on when he was a Cowboy. Like he couldn't do much running. Like he wasn't a good running back. Like he couldn't be a good piece to a team. And he does this. He does this to the Dallas Cowboys defense. It speaks to the contrary, you know? And my thing is like, no, you don't want to, you know, leverage your future or hang your hat on Rico Dowdle as being the bell cow to your team. No, you don't want to do that. But you could definitely you could have added something to that. You could have added a Javonte Williams to a Rico Dowdle and would have had a much better result than you did with a Miles Sanders. Like real talk. Jerry and them could have did that, but they chose to just let him walk. I actually got to look. I think I'm gonna see if I can bring it up real quick. See if I can bring it up real quick and just see Rico Dowdle's contract because man, I want to know what the Carolina Panthers actually paid him and what Jerry and Stephen Jones wouldn't. All right, Carolina Panthers, a 1-year contract, average salary $2,750,000, $1 million sign-on bonus, $2,750 guaranteed at signing. So you mean to tell me they got Rico Dowdle for under $3 million? What? See, this shit I'm talking about, Cowboys Nation. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, this is why I hold the front office accountable. Some people's like, oh, they ain't out there catching passes and stuff like that. But when you got situations that's happening like that, you let a good running back go for under $3 million, and then on top of that, you didn't sign the player that you was even trying to save those salary cap dollars for. You didn't even sign him. You let him walk right out the door. Damn, boy. This team building is a mofo down here in Dallas. This team building is a mofo. Because it's like, you going to let, $3 million, that's cheap. Compared to everything that's going on, compared to the top running backs. And Rico Dowdle was like 12th. He was 12th in a land full of running backs. So, damn, you had a pretty average running back then. Add to that. Don't take away, add to that. And now, not only are we missing Rico Dowdle and Jordan Lewis and Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence, like, you let all these guys walk, what did you replace them with? You know what I'm saying? Sports Junkie, what's going on with you, man? What's going on with you? It says, let me bring that up. It says, angry. How do you feel about them picks now? You still want to sit on them? Listen. Yes, I do want to sit on them, but the thing is I'm like this. I'm sitting on them, and if something presents itself, oh shoot, yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that trade proposal. Let me dig a little bit more into it. It's not like I want to take my phone off the hook and not answer any calls and be like, nah, we keeping those. Nope. Nah, that's all I want to do. Like, if we see something that presents itself to be advantageous to spend those picks early, by all means, get it. But I'm just not gonna go out there on the strip like, I got two picks. What's up? Who doing something? They're gonna know how desperate we are. And then in negotiations, desperation is a mofo, and they will use it against you. So they do have to be a little nonchalant with these picks if they want to wheel and deal them this year. But Angie says, so angry, you're not gonna make calls, or you're waiting on a call. See, okay, I will make the call, but I want there to be trade talks in the air. You know what I'm saying? I want Trey Hendrickson. Trey Hendrickson is in the air. Max Crosby is in the air. So yes, I can now make a call and not seem desperate and inquire about those players. So like, let's just say, all right, Alvin Kamara's out there. Let's just say I call the Baltimore Ravens. They're not having a good season this year. And I'm like, yo, what y'all trying to do with Derrick Henry? Instead of us potentially getting off like a third round, they're like, well, what's up with that first round? Nah, we can't give you the first round, blah, 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 blah. We just seem a little desperate. They're gonna jump high. But I would make calls. It definitely have to be to that right piece, that one that I know is going to impact. And the ones that I know is going to impact is like those edge rushers. I haven't looked into the linebacker position. I believe that's one of the ones that you have to get taken care of, because I don't believe Jack Sanborn is it. Kenneth Murray is it, that he's not it. You know what I'm saying? But at that edge rusher position, either Trey Hendricks or Max Crosby. Trey Hendrickson or Max Crosby. That's who I would go for, and that's the only ones that I would even consider using one of those picks for. And just one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get two. And that's absolutely right, Angie. And that's another thing that you have to think about. I mean, even with the Micah Parsons situation, unfortunately, we had to We had to hold all of our trust and all right, Pam, here's the money. Go get the product. I sound like a crackhead right now, but but here go the money. Go do what you do with it. And then he does barely nothing with it. And you come and you it just pisses you off because just like, man, we know what you can do. You know, as much as you say the salary cap, there's things out there that can educate fans on the salary cap, and fans are looking at it like, you can make this move. Excuse me. You can make this move. Or you can do this and have money left over. And that just makes us even more pissed off because we know that you can do it. And then when it gets out there, like you said, Angie, Jerry gets fleeced. So at that point, I'm like, I'm putting all my trust in this dude, and he ain't gonna do nothing but get fleeced. I think he got fleeced in the Micah Parsons trade. And to keep it a buck, I feel that. Yeah, you got a player in Kenny Clark. He's a good player. Yeah, I'm glad that he's on the team. Great addition. You got 2 picks. That's it. You got 2 picks, and that's it. Like, no, uh. I would at least got Kenny Clark, 2 number ones, and possibly a number 3. You want Micah that bad, and that's what I'm talking about. Green Bay, they wanted Micah Parsons. They really wanted Micah Parsons, and they put it out there. Jerry could have took advantage of that. This man had a sticky note talking about get Micah Parsons at any cost. Boy, I would have been like, I want the Jordans you got on right now too. Take those off too. For real. Man, I would have took Green Bay for everything. But it seems like Jerry just got fleeced, and it was one of those things like, yeah, just give me whatever. Just take them. Just take them. Man, that's what happens when you get emotions involved. Oh man. And Jerry boy. Mm, mm. All right, let me see. Drew in the building. What's going on, Drew? What's going on? Angry. So you truly think this defense is 1 or 2 players away from being good? In my Little John voice, okay. I didn't say that. I did not say that. Like, where'd you get that from? You said I truly think that it's 1 or 2 players away. I didn't say that. Bro, stop putting words in my mouth, Drew. Come on. This defense needs a lot of work. And honestly, it needs a lot of schematic work. Work from the defensive coordinator. Get to know your people. Get to know your players. Know what your players' strengths are. Use the scheme. When you're making the scheme, make it advantageous for the players that you have on the damn field. And when somebody subs in, you know that, okay, that player likes zone. So we'll do some type of concept that will have him in a zone with help over the top. And on the other side, have this person who likes man in man. Yeah. Man, what is that? Cover 6? I'm gonna have to ask J Tuck. Real talk. But no, this team is it's players, it's discipline, it's communication, as well as scheme, direction. Like these players really have to be coached up. And I honestly don't think that they've bought in to Matt Eberflus's defensive scheme because from the sound of it, it seems as if they're trying, but it's like fighting against them. So they're like, man, like, can we go back to something that we know? Can we go back to something that we're good at? And that would be for me in coaching. That would be like rule number 1: develop your scheme around the players and the strengths that they have. Ah, man. But no, they're not 1 or 2 players away from having a good team. No. No. And says, I would have kept Micah and added to the defense, not take away. Exactly. But a part of me really feels that Jerry and Steven knows where their where their bread is buttered. Sorry. They know where their bread is buttered. They know that the most exciting part of any football experience for a lot of people is the offense. It's the exciting offense. Your offense should be good enough that if your defense can't do too much, your offense can bail them out and make it exciting with those 60-yard bombs and stuff. Man, nothing will ever beat fundamentals. Nothing will ever beat fundamentals and anger and aggression and having that anger and aggression out on the field. Man, yeah, but I would have added to Micah too, Exactly, Angie. I would have added to Micah too. Like, we have a core nucleus, and hate it or love it, Micah Parsons was a part of that nucleus. And we kind of broke it up, thinking that we could just plug and play anybody into that nucleus, and it ain't really gelling. It's not really working. And I honestly feel that a huge part of that is Matt Eberflus. Because let's not get it twisted. With Dan Quinn, the same person that you got at cornerback, minus another injury, is out there. The other cornerback who Dan Quinn had, who became the leading pick six person in Dallas, he's still here, give or take a couple foot injuries. But they're still here. A number of players, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, they're still here. Wanye Thomas is still here. And this defense was top 10, 3-12-5 seasons. And then another coordinator comes in and wants to implement their scheme upon those players and not have the players, not have the players succeed because he envisions something that they just can't produce. Or they're having, miscommunications in trying to produce said scheme. It's starting to become clearer and clearer, Cowboys Nation, like what it truly is and what needs to happen in order for this Dallas Cowboys team to even be competitive this year. You know, but you also said that you doubt that they pay Pickens. Man, where my drink at? Hold on real quick. You doubt that they pay Pickens. Well, I mean, next year the Dallas Cowboys, they really don't have one of those big contracts that they have to worry about, like a Dak Prescott or a CD Lamb or something like that. They got Tyler Smith out of the way, they got Jake Ferguson out the way, Cavante Turpin, they got a number of quality contracts out of the way, and now it's really down to the role players and stuff like that, and George Pickens. So my thing is this: if you don't sign him next year, you always have the franchise tag, and that's the last ditch. That's the last resort for any GM. But you do have that in your pocket. So I don't believe that George Pickens is going anywhere next year, but I am hoping, I am praying that they can go ahead and get a contract, get an extension done and have him in the building. Because if he's the model citizen and he's putting up the numbers that he's putting up, like it would be malpractice to have that man walk out the front door, seeing the chemistry that he has with your QB1. That would just be malpractice. But I hope that they pay him. If they don't, like I said, the franchise tag. But at the end of the day, like, who really wants to issue that? Who really wants to play on that? Like, yeah, it's like 25 million, fully guaranteed, no questions asked. But at the same time, I want security for the future too, you know. But I hope they pay him. Miss Matrix, you and me both. Nothing I can do about it, but I'm still salty about the trade. Yeah, we should have built upon our defense. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Should have built upon it. Because that's what befuddled me in, like, what was it? It was 2022. We made it to the playoffs. We got beat by the San Francisco 49ers. But I'm like, all right, let's build on that. Let's build on that so that when we come back and we meet the San Francisco 49ers, we have who we need in order to just bulldoze you out the way. Nope. Well, Dak's going to have to do more with less. Okay, how much more with less, And then we go into the 2024 season. Everybody gets injured. Everybody gets injured on the damn team, and the season is pretty much a wash due to injury. Come back. I wanted our Dallas Cowboys team to be obviously further than where they are right now, but I wanted the offense under Dak Prescott to be juggernauts, and it is. The only thing that isn't is the defense. It's the defense, and honestly, if I was Brian Schottenheimer, because I believe that Matt Eberflus is a Jerry and Steven hire, but if I was Brian Schottenheimer, I'm going to Matt Eberflus. Before I go to Jerry or anybody, I'm gonna go right to the defensive coordinator. Like, bro, what is the issue? Why is it that your defense cannot hold anybody to under 20 points? Why is that? When a team gives you even 27 points, in most cases, that's a dub. In most cases, that's a dub. Not the Dallas Cowboys. Because this damn offense is going to have to go out every single time and be flawless. Every single time, go down the field, and you got to at least come away with 3, because you know that when we give the ball back to the opposing offense, our defense is just going to open the door right for them. Here, come on in. Come on in. Take whatever you want. Like that. And that's a horrible way, that's a horrible type of philosophy to go by, too. And Jerry and Steven, y'all don't see this? Or do y'all see it and you kind of, well, it is the first year. It is the first year. And that's something that I actually need y'all to keep in consideration. This is the first year. And that's the question. When the question presents itself of, does Jerry and Steven Jones fire Matt Eberflus this year? No. That whole Wade Phillips situation, man, that haunts him to this day. So he's not gonna give up on a quarterback. Jeez, he's not gonna give up on a coach in the middle of the season. So with Matt Eberflus, we're kind of stuck for this season. Figure it out, Eberflus. Damn. I mean, that's all we asking you. Real talk. Yeah, see? Should have got more, damn it. Let me scroll down a little bit, get some more of these comments. We're going to go all in. We're gonna go all in. We're gonna go all in before the trade deadline. Yo, if they did, that'd be dope. See, I wouldn't be that type of person like, man, they went out and they spent those picks. That's some bullshit. Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. Nah. If they go all in, like, yo, they just made moves I ain't seen in years. Like, okay, do what you do then. But I mean, do I see it happening? No, I don't. Unfortunately. And I think people get it mistaken. They get it mistaken like, I want this. Like, I don't want Jerry and them to find something advantageous to chase and to spend those picks on. Whether it's moving up in the draft or getting extra collateral and some extra payment in the draft, or even using it for a trade. I'm game. I'm game. Just use it wisely. Don't go out there and there's somebody, I hate to put a name on it and stuff, but somebody out there like a Chauncey Golston, somebody else would get him for like a 3rd round pick, but you like, here's the first. Like, no, don't do that. That's all I don't want from Jerry and them. Don't just use it willy-nilly because you got it. Think about it. And if the person is worth it, yeah, go ahead, cash it in. That's your money in the bank. That's your money in the bank briefcase. Go ahead and cash it in. Let's see. Hey, ACF, I remember this last preseason. You said the boys keep Rico. The way he ran on our boys, he did not run like that here. And I don't believe we had the line for him to run like that here. You know, when he was actually getting the touches and being recognized as the RB1, our line was it was deteriorating. You know, like Zach Martin had gotten hurt. And it's like, oh man, that's our anchor. What in the world? And things just wasn't the same, but he still was able to get 1,072 yards. Being named running back one in week 11, I believe it was. Through all the turmoil and that going down and stuff like that, Rico did it. So I can only imagine what he would be like under a competent line like the line we have this year, with normal touches and not being subbed out because you got to get the person that's pretty much the Cowboys mascot in the game. Like, see, I think Rico would have flourished here, man, under what Connor Riley and Clayton Adams were doing with the offensive line. I believe that Rico would have ate, Williams would have ate. We would have had a nice backfield with both of them behind there. But right now, we a twisted ankle away from running back purgatory. Real talk. And this whole Jadon Blue thing, you might want to pump the brakes on him. Real talk. You might want to pump the brakes on Jadon Blue. I mean, I know brother had 3 handoffs and everything during the game, but how you come away with a goose egg? I mean, well, at least I guess it wasn't negative yardage. He could have came away with negative 10 yards, but damn, you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. No diddy. Shoot. Sanborn, slow AF. See, it seems like when Sanborn is in the game, the run defense is a little better. And I actually saw Tom Downey talk about this as well. Like the defense is a little bit better when Jack Sanborn is on the field. But then when you see him, like when the camera's on Sanborn, he's getting arm tackle missing and one step away from having to play. Like, man, we get to see the bad stuff about Sanborn, but I mean, according to the stats, our run defense is better when he's in the game. I don't get it, to tell you the truth. I think we need somebody. We need a dog in that position. Real talk. We need somebody that can fly in that position. Fred Warner style from San Francisco. Like, that's who I would like to see. Salute Angie. I'm not trolling, just giving objective information from a fellow NFC East fan. All right. Osa and the rest gets out on the backside. Right. Sanborn. Oh, I got that. We going all in. Yo, so let me go ahead and toss this in the chat real quick. I ain't done it yet. Go ahead and do it now. Toss in the link in the chat. So anybody that want to spit they raw and uncut, remember, I have to see your face for at least 3 seconds just to know you're a human being and I'm talking to a human being. You know what I'm saying? But when you come up, you hit that link, you come up live, air your anger and your frustrations out with the Dallas Cowboys, because I know there's some out there. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some anger and some frustration out there because I got it. Shoot. Let's see. Let's see. Drew says Dallas has beaten 2 teams with a combined record of 1 win. Okay. See. Drew, you be like, I'm just keeping it real. I'm just spitting the facts, man. You come in and you spit every single negative fact. That's why people are like, yo, are you here to just throw salt in the wound? Like, I think that's why people kind of get a little aggravated with you, bro. I'm just trying to see what y'all want them to actually do with the picks right. See, that's the question I got. That's the question I got. Cause it's like we had second round picks. We had a second round pick. We got a third round pick. I don't see nobody talking about even like when the whole Michael Parsons trade was about to go down, people was like, yo, we could trade them and get them picks and then do what with them? You know what I'm saying? Are we just gonna get the picks just to give them back away? Because those picks are gonna, like, let's say if we go for a Trey Hendrickson, what if they ask for your two first that you got for Michael Parsons and a third round? You gonna give all that up for Trey Hendrickson? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see, like, people haven't advertised those second round pick. Like, yo, we got this second round pick, or I got this third round pick. It's always, yo, we got these two first. We got these two first. What can we do with these two first? I'm trying to hold on to them to get something in the draft. If I can get away with giving a second and a third for a player, and then with that first, taking somebody's second and third in the draft, that's what I'm trying to do. You know, trying to finagle and everything, but just to up and say, yeah, I got these picks right here. Who want them? Highest bidder. Mm. But there are positions that we definitely need this year in order to be successful. And I understand people's arguments. It's like, yo, Dak is playing some of his best football this year. He is playing some of the best football right now. You need to capitalize right now. Get whatever this man needs in order to help him right now. I get it, man. I'm with it. But desperation makes you do crazy things. And I wouldn't want them to spend one of those first round picks on something crazy. you know, I would be on the edge with it, you know. I would just be on the edge with it. And be like, yeah, where did I see that? Dang. It's jumping around. Let me see. And Sports Junkie says, I want them to call around and not chastity belt them. Damn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Word. Like, I guess in our eyes, I ain't too proud to beg. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too proud to pick up the phone and be like, yo, what's going on with so and so? Y'all willing to will and deal them? Like, yeah, you know, a normal person would do that. You would do that, Sports Junkie. Everybody in the chat would do that. Like, man, we need help at the linebacker position. Let's see who on the fringe real quick. Let's see who would be willing to sell. Like, let's call the Saints. Let's call these teams and see what they willing to do. Let's call the Bengals. Like, yeah. But Jerry's unfortunately too proud to beg. Jerry's not that person that's gonna be like, you know what, let's go attack this. Nah. He gonna be like, man, if they want to do any business with this first round pick that we got, then they better call us. Like, it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. It really is. But everybody in this chat know that that's how he get down. Like, we missed, who did we miss out on? And Stephen Jones didn't even pick up the phone, or he didn't know who he was talking about. He's like, I'll call you back, and never did. I mean, that's the level of incompetence that we deal with, man. Real talk. That's the level of incompetence. But I'd call around too. But Force Calibration says, bruh needs to be fired ASAP. Which one? Matt Eberflus? Matt Eberflus needs to be thrown out like Jazzy Jeff. hey, but see, but then you beg the question, who do we replace him with? Like, who would we replace him with? I mean, you couldn't call back Mike Zimmer because Mike Zimmer's like, nah, man, I wanted the whole team and y'all didn't want to do that, so F y'all. You could pretty much call Rex Ryan, but Rex Ryan's going to go ahead and run you the gamut just for the simple fact that he knows how desperate you are in getting your defense back on track. I mean, I don't know all the defensive coordinators that would even be available at this point in time. One that could actually go in there and turn it around within the time frame that we have now, because it's going into week 7. So, like I said, man, unfortunately, 10 more games to go, and he's going to be your defensive coordinator throughout those 10 games. But who's to say what happens at the end of the year? But something's got to give, man. Even if you go out there and you ask the guys, what are you guys good at? Like, actually scout your players. What are they good at? If you see that, oh, okay, this one's good at coverage, that one's good at coverage, boom, 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 you put them in the man coverage. Who's good at zone? Okay, boom, you do that too. Mix some stuff up. Don't make it so predictable. Just mix the stuff up. Have a little bit of man in there. Have a little bit of zone. Like, damn, but you got to do something because whatever you doing right now is just not clicking for the team. I mean, as far as being fired, I don't know. It's getting there. With a lot of people, I know it's already there, but me, I'm like, I understand this is year 1, but this ain't even showing me no promise. This ain't showing me no promise for year 2. Like, damn, your defense gonna play like that? What? Are we gonna come back next year and it's just gonna be par? Because it's subpar right now. Yeah, but fire him. I don't know. Is it overreaction right now? But we were supposed to lose to those teams. Which teams? Which teams? Which teams? But I know we wasn't supposed to lose to Carolina. That's something that we wasn't supposed to do. I did not have that on my bingo card. I just knew that I would be sending John from One Carolina an angry Cowboys fan shirt. And they hold on to the ball for over 6 minutes in the fourth quarter to ice the game. How does that happen? How does that happen? Yes, and without further ado, I got my homie in the building. Homie Sports Junkie in the house. What's going on with you, bro?
What up, dog?
Ah, man, you know what it is, man. Just hanging out on this loser Monday.
Hey, man, I wanna make something clear, bro. I wasn't saying like be stupid with the picks, bro. That's not what I'm saying. That's how everybody's taking it. Like, just go out and give them a what? That's not what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? But if you look at the history, what have Holder and picks got us? Nothing. Zero. We all the draft picks we done had over the years. Good. Zach Martin, all the draft picks. What they get us? Some good seasons. Bro, when we won the Super Bowl, they made a big ass trade for Herschel Walker, right? Isn't that the Herschel Walker trade back in the day? Then they go out and get Charles Haley, Deion Sanders. I know it was a little different situation, but we gambled. We ain't never won shit on no picks, bro. Nothing. Zero. We have never won nothing in 30 years holding on to some picks. I would rather go all in and be sorry for the next 5 years and give ourselves a chance because we ain't winning shit no way. We ain't winning shit no way. If you look across the league, all the teams, the Rams, they went all in, right? They went got Von Miller. Nobody wanted LBJ. They went got LBJ. You know what I'm saying? They won them a Super Bowl, right? You know what I'm saying? The Bucks, there was one quarterback away, right? They went out and got tough. Why can't we do that? You know what I'm saying? All I hear is people keep saying, hold the picks to next season. You know what those picks are, Angry? Those picks are an empty box that you don't know what you're getting. And then what happens the way the offense is playing right now, right? What happened if you save all these picks, you know what I'm saying, to next season? We lose Pickens this season. Same agent as Micah, right? We lose Pickens. You know how Jerry do business. We might lose Pickens. Who knows? He don't resign him. Micah gone. Dak is another year older. Now you coming, other teams going to get better. Philly going to get better. You think Philly going to stay the same? We know how we do. San Francisco going to get better. So now we putting it to next season. I just don't agree with that, bro. Like, I don't agree with that, man. I know I stand alone on this. I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but that's how I feel, bro. I'm tired of these damn picks. Fuck them picks, bro. I'm sorry to cut, but I'm just F them picks. That's how I feel, man. F them picks.
See, like back in the day with the Charles Haley and the Deion Sanders, we didn't use any draft capital to get those guys.
We
Didn't use
gambled.
any draft capital. The salary cap wasn't even an issue really. So that's how Jerry was able to get those guys. He overpaid for them. Now in this day and age, like salary cap, I mean not salary cap, but draft picks is a huge collateral. It's huge currency in the NFL, and
Right.
with the LA Rams, if I'm not mistaken, they were able to get a lot of draft picks back. I don't think like OBJ, he was a free agent, so it needed no draft capital to go get him. Also,
Let me-
Von Miller, you
Right.
know,
Right. What I'm saying is this though. They gambled because if that didn't work, you remember they were sorry for a couple years. They gambled because they was going to pay all these players. You know, I'm talking about gambling. I'm not talking about just the draft picks. I'm talking about gambling, bro.
oh
Like
yeah,
going all in, gambling, do something. And then on top of that, we all know Jerry Jones don't call nobody. You know what I'm saying? We all know Jerry Jones work off emotions. That's why we got 2 first round, bro. You know what you could have got from Micah Parsons if you'd have put him out there? You could have got everybody you could have took the highest bidder. We know that's not how Jerry Jones moved. I can guarantee you this, and y'all all know I ain't lying. Philadelphia over there, I think Philadelphia is Super Bowl champs. You know what I'm saying? We can't take that away from they won a Super Bowl. I guarantee you they do something, and I don't care what the cost is. I don't care what the cost is. Whatever the cost, I guarantee you they do something to better that team. Nobody wanted to pay a running back. Oh, running backs don't deserve that much money. That's not the market. They did it. What they do when won a Super Bowl. And what was the big reason they won that Super Bowl? Saquon Barkley damn near breaking Eric Dickerson record running for 2,000 yards. That's what I'm saying. They're going for it, bro. The Cowboys don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't do nothing. And then us as a fan base, we get comfortable just saying next year. Well, next year we get the picks in next year, and then and just kick the can down the road. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Out of all the offenses Dak Prescott has been in, even his rookie offense, this damn near look like the best offense. And the reason I say that is because he in control of it. He changing shit at the line of scrimmage. He look comfortable, bro. And you gonna not do nothing? If I was a Dallas Cowboy, bro, if I was a player, I wouldn't want to give my all. Why? We ain't gonna do nothing. Jerry ain't gonna do nothing to get us better. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? This Cleveland over there, sorry. I ain't saying get Myles Garrett, but hell, why you don't call? Who knows? I don't know. I'm not saying, I'm just using like extreme. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be extreme. I don't care what the cost is, bro. I don't care. You know, we ain't won nothing in 30 years. Why so what? We sorry another 4 or 5 years after this year. Who cares? We ain't won shit no way. What's the difference between going to the playoffs and losing than not making the playoffs at all? No difference. You didn't win shit. So why we hoarding picks like they some chastity belts, bro? I don't get it, man. I seen Boss talk the other day. I'm with him 100%. F them picks. You know what I'm saying?
of course he's on
F them picks, bro. I'm tired of these picks, man. Jamarcus Russell was a first round pick. Matter of fact, he was a first pick. How'd that turn out?
See, but it's easy to point out to the how that turned out ones, but it's easy to point to those that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But
all right.
name all the ones that did work out. All the first round picks that the Dallas Cowboys were able to get that did work out. And there's a lot of them.
When you say workout, what do you mean by workout?
And I know you're talking about the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. But in their individual careers, they will go to the Hall of Fame even without a Super Bowl.
Hey, but listen, they'll go to the Hall of Fame as individuals as a Super Bowl, and salute to them. We talking about the Dallas Cowboys as a fan base. This is the reason Drew can come in here and talking shit, because his team has been to the Super Bowl 2 times in the last couple years. You know why? Because his GM is going to try to get better. They're going to try to get better. Our GM ain't gonna do nothing. He gonna talk about them picks, and he gonna tell us little shit to rile us up. Oh, don't be surprised we don't use those picks to get better. Don't be surprised we don't do this. We're gonna go all in this year. We're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. He ain't gonna do shit, bro. And then the fan base, bro, is okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of us right now that want to just sit on some picks. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why not call around and try to see what's going on with them picks? I don't believe that this Dallas Cowboy team is just a whole 2-3 years. I don't subscribe to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to be the top defense, just like the top. Can we be top 20? Can we be the 20th best defense? You know what I'm saying? Can we be the 20th best defense and I'm good?
And who's to say that the person that you spend the picks on don't come here and have a Kenny Clark impact? You feel
I
him,
never, I
but
never hit, I never hit the lottery if I don't play. You know what I'm saying? I never hit the lottery if I don't play. We have to gamble, bro. What? All right, Andy, check this out, right? I agree with you in a certain sense. I don't want to just be stupid, bro, and just give them up. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, bro, what has hoarding picks got us but send people to the Hall of Fame and give us the most Pro Bowlers in the season and don't win shit? You know what I'm saying? What have it haven't done nothing for us, bro?
and
Like,
what splash move during the salary cap has done anything for us?
bro, nothing. So that's time to do something different. It's time to do something different. You know what I'm saying? This defense right here, bro, is I think like one or two players away from like being like decent, like not good. You know what I mean? We don't have no pass rush, bro. All right, check this out. Don't use the picks. Change what you're doing on the defense. We blitzing every time. Fuck it. We just gonna blitz every single
Bro,
down. We gonna blitz every single down and just play man because and we get beat over the top. You got beat individually. All this zone coverage
that's
stuff,
see,
bro, is not working.
that's what I'm saying. That's what
You know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
yelling at the TV. I'm like, yo, send everybody, like blitz
Yeah,
and
man.
play man. It holds people accountable. If you get
Yeah,
beat, we know that's your man.
hey, this dude out here, Dak out here balling. I don't give a damn what the haters say, man. This dude out here balling. It is not no quarterback in the history of the NFL, bro, that is going to score every single possession. That's why you play field position. We got a punt, cool. We're gonna pin y'all deep. Our offense gonna get the ball back. We're gonna go score, bro. You cannot score every single possession, bro. The
Yeah.
defense got to do listen. I don't want to just blame the defense, but what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Every single game that when we play Washington next, right?
Mm-hmm.
You and me both know we need to score 40 to win that game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got to score 40 to win that game, bro.
Yep.
That's embarrassing, man.
That's sad.
That's sad, man. That's sad, bro. We scored 40 and tied with the Green Bay Packers, bro. 40. That should win any game. Look at the Giants. We had to what did we go to overtime that game? Did we go to overtime? I
Yeah.
think we
Yeah.
had to go into overtime, bro, to beat the Giants. Come on, bro. Like,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
come on,
That's
bro. Like, we got to do something, bro. We can't just keep hoarding these picks, bro. Like, they just like these picks,
see,
bro, are empty boxes, bro. We don't know what they are.
see, you keep saying hoarder in them, like people don't want to be open to any
Nah,
type of scenario.
nah.
That's
I
what just
heard. No, I heard a couple people say no, don't give up nothing for them picks. We was when we was live the other day. It was a couple people on the live and in the comment section saying no, do not give up these picks. No, do not give up these picks. These picks are nothing, bro. It can be a bomb. You don't know what they are. We know what this person is right now. So if you have to gamble to, bro, when you have to gamble to try to be better, that's what a gamble is. You gambling. It might not turn out to be. It might pan out, but you gambling. You giving yourself a shot. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the Philadelphia Eagles was still undefeated or something like that, or they was what they 4-2, what if they was 6-0? If they was 6-0, that might change my mindset. The Philadelphia Eagles got 2 losses, bro. We're not too far behind them to try to go in now. It's not like they way ahead of us. They got 2 losses, we got 3. We still got to play them again. We got to play the Giants again. We got to play the Redskins. The Washington twice. We're not too far behind them to try to gamble right now. If that was way ahead of us, bro, I would understand. Well, the season over with. Okay, cool. So since we hoarder and pick, this is what we should do. Start getting rid of people, man. Start getting rid of people. You know what I mean? Trayvon, see what you can get for Trayvon Diggs. See what you can get for Javante right now. See what you can get for CD. Start. That's how y'all taking it. Start getting, because we ain't winning shit. So we should start like other teams. We ain't winning nothing this year. So let's go start getting rid of people. Hey, see what you can get for Dak too. Hey. You can probably get a lot for Dak right now.
it's
That's
not
what I'm
that
saying,
black
bro.
and white, man.
Man.
It's not that
Hey,
black and
hey,
white. You cannot
hey,
you can sit
hey.
here and hold on to those picks and get that person that you want right before the draft at a cheaper price than the pick that you have. It people are it just seems like desperation right
Yeah,
now.
that's
It
yeah,
really seems desperate. Like
yeah.
Dak and the offense, George Pickens, everybody is clicking on the offense. We all see it. and it's like, yo, the offense is here. Like
Yeah,
it's close.
yeah,
And then the
yeah.
defense is trash. So it's like, yo, focus everything, all of our energy on the defense. And who do you get? Where do you hit? Because one person, we are not one or two players away from even our defense being top 15.
Hey, I
Well,
bet we won two players away from our defense being this. Hey, let me tell you something, bro. I said this earlier to I think to somebody. 32 teams in the league, right? Write all their name down on a piece of paper, right? The Jaguars, the Philly, write them all on a piece of paper. Put them in a hat. I take any defense I pull out the hat over Dallas.
yeah, because we like bottom
Exactly.
three.
So we can't get no worse. So if you bring in some other players, we can be better than what we are. Hey, Micah Parsons didn't do nothing in the game we played against Green Bay, but he made the last play. So what if we get one player to just make that play? That play right there is what won the game. Micah Parsons didn't do nothing against Dallas, but the last play when Dak was running, he stopped him. That was one play. The whole rest of the game, he didn't do shit. But that one play won the game.
Is that worth your first round pick?
It might be because I know what it is. The first round pick, I don't even know what it is. I don't even. Hey, check this out, bro. You got 5 women right here. You see them in person. You see 5 women right here in person, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or you can have the other lady to marry behind that box over there. You don't even know what she look like, bro. You assuming. That could be a man over there. You don't know what's in that box. You know what I mean? You see what these look like. But you gonna chance the box over there. Man, you crazy. Hey, give me one of them. Give me one of them.
Yeah.
That's what it is, bro. Hey, Angry, answer the question. I know you married. I'm not trying to disrespect. I know you do. I'm just saying you got 5 women that you can see right here, or you want to take a chance on the empty box over there. That's what this is. That's what the picks is. That's what the picks is, bro. An empty box over there. That's what they is, bro. That's what them picks is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the picks is, man.
Not really, man. Not really. Like you see this person, you see their potential. I honestly feel that it is more of an Eberflus scheme situation because there is talent on that defense. There's talent on that defense that Dan Quinn was able to be successful with. There's talent on that defense that Mike Zimmer at the end of the year when he just pretty much said, I'm not gonna implement my scheme. I'm just gonna allow them to do what they're good at. And they started building on that as a defense.
Right. He said 1 in hand is better than 2 in the bush. I agree with you, Jeremy. At least I know what I'm getting. I'm over here taking some stuff, don't even know what I'm getting. At least I know what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? We over here, and then on top of that, it's not even just that, Angry. It's not just the picks. It's a whole nother year, bro. Who's to say we're gonna have some of these people next year? Pickens is not signed. CeeDee Lamb got hurt this year. Who's to say he won't get injured next year? Who's to say Dak won't get injured? You're basing a lot on next season. Anything can happen next season. This is football, man. People get hurt all the time. You know what I mean? Like, what are we waiting on next season? Every year it's next. Last year they talked about next season. Now this year it's next
season because our quarterback went down. Of course, it's next season.
I know. Well, the season before that, every year is next season. Every year is draft picks. Every year we just drafted Booker, right? How he doing? We drafted Guyton, right? How he doing?
We traded for Miles Sanders. Well, we didn't trade for him, but we acquired Miles Sanders. How's he doing?
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you talking about
picks. It can happen either way. It can happen with you trading your first round pickup and a person coming here and blowing his Achilles. It can happen.
All right, cool. But check this out though, right? You got rid of Micah Parsons. You traded Micah Parsons, which saved you a whole bunch of money. The Dallas Cowboys is not sitting on picks. They sitting on cap too, bro. It is no excuse for what they doing, bro. None. Zero. They sitting on cap. Before Jerry was said, oh, the pie, we got so much pie to go around and all this other stuff. That ain't the case now. They sitting on picks and they sitting on cap. So it is no excuse for us as a fan base to be sitting here comfortable with next year.
And you got to look at the free agents that are out there that are just free agents. Are they worth the cap? And if you're gonna go get a player from another team, then they're gonna get your cap as well as your pick. You
Right.
know,
And then another year or two, because Dak, I don't know if he gets another contract in Dallas. Then we're gonna be talking about a quarterback situation. A couple weeks ago, they was telling me about the Manning kid. Now they don't want him. See, that's what I'm saying, bro.
yeah.
You gonna have a whole different situation. You're gonna be having needing a quarterback and all that shit, bro. The time is right now. The time is right now. It's
Man,
right now, man.
offense is playing. They're playing unbelievable. I mean, what expectations I have for the offense going into this season, I honestly believe they have exceeded my expectation.
Right.
The defense, wow,
Right.
like night and day. So hyper focus in. I would ask you, where would you go if Jerry said, okay, boom, you're good, first round pick, you can use it. Where are you going?
I'm gonna be calling around, bro. I'm not gonna just give it up. You know what I mean?
But what person are you gonna be looking for?
I don't know, but I'm trying to tell you, I would make it known that I'm willing to get rid of it. The whole NFL would know I'm willing to get up off this pick for the right deal. Everybody would know. They're gonna be calling me, I'm gonna be calling them. Jerry won't call nobody, bro. He said that multiple times in multiple interviews. He won't call nobody.
He's still, I need a Ricola. Yeah, I need a Ricola.
Hey, the whole world would know. I'm not saying I'm willing to do it, but for the right call, you know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of a hotline? You know what I mean? When you need a part for a car, they put it on the hotline, and if that mechanic over there got it, they answer the hotline. Oh, I got that part over here on Broadway. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. I will put it on the hotline. You know what I mean? The best offer, and if it makes sense for me and my team, that's what we're doing. If we can better us, I'm not talking about next year. I'm not thinking about 2 years from now. I'm not talking about, am I still going to have him next year? I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result is insanity. And right now, the Cowboys fan base, right now, the Cowboy owner, GM is insane. You know what I mean? But I'm not falling for this shit. You know what I mean? Because I know we got cap. I know we got picks, and I know it's a better way to better this defense. Are they going to be the best defense in the league? Are they going to be the Legion of Boom? No, but they cannot be no worse. You could take any elite defensive player, I don't care how old they is right now, and drop them on this team. They're better. They're better. They're better. If you take Myles Garrett right now, I don't care how old he is, and drop him on the defense, they're better.
Who are you going to get with the first round pick? Because I mean, you're talking about the car parts and everything, but you know what car part you need in order to be shopping for a car part. What do you need? Like
we need a DN, we need an edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, Clowney, did he play? Did he play the other day? I don't know. I don't know if he played. Did he play? We need a pass rusher. Yeah, I couldn't tell. We need somebody that I can tell they played. That's what we need. We need somebody that I know they played, and I don't know he played. You know what I'm saying? I don't know he played. You feel me? I don't. We need somebody. You know what I mean? Hell, get rid of, even if you can go get Sean Lee. I'd rather have Sean. Bro, this dude got to go. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously they not seeing eye to eye or something. I didn't say you can get Myles Garrett. I'm just saying, I was using that as an example. Anybody, old or not, that you go get that's an elite pass rusher and good at what they do, all you want is from them is 1 or 2 plays to change the game. Von Miller with no exception over there with the Rams, but he changed the game in certain situations. Any defensive player you go get right now makes this defense better, bro. It can't get worse. Can't get worse.
Now you got me wanting to check the free agents and see what free agents are out there and if they're even worth going after, you know. Oh wow.
Yeah, me too. They say happy, you know what I'm saying? Do you agree with me or you disagree? Anybody you put on this defense right now that's elite, I don't care how old they are, I'm talking about they still got game, makes this team better. Do you agree with that?
Anybody you put on this team that doesn't fit the scheme makes this team worse. And right now we don't even know what the scheme is, and these players
the scheme on the front four don't matter, bro. You know what I'm saying? On the defensive line, that scheme is usually for back end. If you go get an elite pass rusher and put him on this damn thing, you ain't got to tell him the playbook. Tell him to go get the quarterback. Myles Garrett, your job is to go get the quarterback. That's your job. and stop the run on the way to get to the quarterback. Your job is to stop the quarterback. All that scheme shit that people keep talking about, bro, that's mostly back end shit. You know what I mean? What scheme you need? I know it's blitzings and holes and all that, your gaps and all that. I get all that, but I'm talking about from a pass rusher standpoint. You can go get somebody that's elite at what they do. They change the defense, man. They make the defense better. Like I just told you, Michael Parsons had one play against us that stopped them from losing that game. If he don't make that play, we win that game. I think that goes in right there. We win that game. You don't need nobody here that's going to be all over the field all the time and shit. I would love that. You know what I mean? But any defensive player right now that's elite at what they do right now, that somebody want to get rid of, that's costing too much money or long in the tooth or whatever, makes this defense better right now. And I'm pretty sure he'd be good for 1 or 2 plays that we need. 1 or 2 plays, bro. Because right now, we went from last year, last couple years, we couldn't stop the run. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, from to this year, we're getting gassed over the top every goddamn play. Every single touchdown they play is wide open. It ain't even they running with them or nothing. It's wide open. Everybody that the Dallas Cowboys play, they turn into a Hall of Fame quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Russell Wilson got benched right after he played us, but he went deep on us. You know what I'm saying? Caleb, you know what I'm saying, ain't been playing good. What he do to us? You know what I'm saying? What he do to Bryce Young? He won't have no more games like that the rest of the year. What he do to us? No, bro, I'm tired of this shit, man.
And I mean, I'm just thinking along the lines of like, okay, so what one day is going to change all that? That's why I say the scheme needs to change. The scheme needs to fit these players and not the players fit the scheme, because a typical Matt Eberflus type scheme, we don't have the personnel that is required to even run that. So he needs to really change it up. And yes, the front four they do go through schemes. I mean, they got their own coach. You know what I'm saying? Like different blitz and different stunts and, you know, falling back into coverage, because Micah Parsons did do that sometimes too. But I just, right now, it's hard to say that I can go out and get this one person and that's going to completely change the face of our defense, because I honestly don't think it will.
See that. I think that's where we differ. I'm not trying to change the face of the defense. The scheme do need to change, but even if you fix the scheme, bro, we're still not good. We're still not, bro. I'm not saying make the defense top 10. I don't believe you can do that in right now. I don't believe you can make this defense top 10. I don't care who you go get, bro. I don't believe that. But I do believe you can make this defense better than what it is now, which is trash. We were the last. I don't know about now. I think we moved up a little bit, but we were last in the league. Last, bro. That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. So you mean to tell me somebody can't make it a little better? Toronto went got Kawhi Leonard for 1 year, won a championship. Like, come on, man.
That's apples and oranges. That's apples and oranges, though. Like, did Kawhi Leonard go into a very well coached team?
Man, like, I don't care what he went into. My point is they gambled on it. That's all I'm saying. They gambled on it. They tried. I remember years ago, the Lakers went out and got Gary Payton, Karl Malone, and all these people. It didn't work, but they tried. They gambled on it. It didn't work, but they tried. Dallas Cowboys not even trying, bro. Jerry Jones always speak. Why he ain't speaking? You know what I'm saying? You say you went and got Clark to stop the run. Did he stop the run? This dude told y'all to buckle up. Then told y'all after the game they wouldn't buckle up. Like, bro, this is embarrassing. You got to do something instead of just sitting on your hands talking about some picks. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying go and just give the picks away from John Doe. That's not what I'm saying, bro. I hope I don't want y'all to think that's what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, bro, call around. Derrick Henry was out there. You know why we didn't get him? He didn't even call. That's my point. Call. If they say we'll send you this and this and this for them picks, nah, that ain't enough. Okay, cool. Hang up on them. Bye. We ain't doing that. We ain't stupid. But you ain't never gonna know what you can get. People don't know my cars for sale outside, but I don't put a for sale sign on it. And then I don't never call nobody, then wonder why nobody called me to buy my car. Ain't no for sale sign on it, and I ain't calling around. Jerry ain't doing nothing because Jerry Jones feel like he a Dallas Cowboy owner. They worth the much. You got to call me. He got this pride situation going, and us as Cowboy fans, Jerry gonna do what Jerry want to do, but we shouldn't be okay with it.
I don't think people are okay with it, but at the same time, that car that you got for sale, if you didn't put the sign on it, it's on you. But if you put the sign on it, you ain't calling people in the phone book or on Google trying to, yo, you want to buy this car? Hey, you want to buy this car? No, you
True,
sure you want to? You ain't
true,
doing
true,
that. You
true.
waiting
But
for them to call you.
true, but I can't have it leak. Jerry Jones is a billionaire. You know how this shit work. Them people, you got little people that put out little fillers like, hey, Michael Parsons might be for trade. And then that's how you get people to talking. Just like the 49ers just put out a thing the other day on Crosby. I'm pretty sure that didn't come from the general manager or owner. One of them little press news people for the 49ers put that shit out that the 49ers called was it Vegas for Crosby. Hey, they put it out, bro. It's a way to put that out. You can put that out that, hey, you know what I mean? Hey, we might be willing to get rid of these picks for the right deal. People will call you and be like, hey, Jerry, we got such and such and such and such, man. You pay this much of his salary cap, we'll pay the rest. You can work out the deal. Jerry said nobody do it better than him. That's what he said. I'm only going off what he said. That's what he said. So if you put it out there when people call you, you can negotiate with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even think Jerry gonna pay Pickens, bro. I don't think he gonna pay him.
I
So
keep
we
I
lose
keep
him.
it a buck.
We lose him.
During a couple interviews, him and Stephen Jones, and you know me, I'll be staying on Jerry's top, but him and Stephen Jones said that they were open for business, and Jerry's even the one that leaked it in the interview, saying like, "Yeah, those 2 first-round picks, yeah, we in the business for shopping around those." He's put that out there.
I heard that shit. I heard that
You
shit.
know,
You got a super chat, bro.
hey, Al Burns with the super chat. What's going on with you? I appreciate you. Appreciate the $5 super chat. If we made the defense just a little better, one player on defense, we would have won the game. That's
Exactly.
all our defense. That's all our offense needs.
Exactly. That's what I just said.
And my thing is this, and I ask this question: who is that one person? And it seems like I can't get the answer to who that one person is. It's just like, the first round pick, we have it. Go get a person. Like, I'm not just gonna go out and be like, okay, that tight end's worth it. Bring him. Or hey, that cornerback's worth it. Bring him.
No,
I don't even know if they can gel within the system. And we don't even know because the system sucks.
man, it's been multiple situations over the years. One, Bobby Wagner was out there, didn't go get him when he wanted to come. I'm not saying he could have done it, but I'm just saying he was out there. Derrick Henry was out there. You know what I'm saying? It's been a number of people that want what's the other boy for the Tom Earl? Was it Earl Tom, the safety for the Seattle? He wanted to come, bro. It's been a number of people that wanted to come over here to Dallas, bro. And Jerry just be on some bullshit, bro. Talking about these picks. Let me tell you what Jerry want to do. Jerry want to sit on these picks and raise hell and be all in the headlines for the draft. That's what he wants to do, bro. We all know it, and I'm tired of it, homie. You know what I mean? And I don't understand. Well, not you personally, but so many people, bro, and be in my comment section. We should just sit on these picks and we shouldn't give them the picks and this and this. Bro, like this shit irritates me, man, because I want to win now. The team is ready to win. The offense is ready to win now, man. This offense, I don't care what nobody say. They can say I'm crazy, delusional. I don't give a damn. That's how I feel. This offense right here is a Super Bowl winning caliber offense right here, man. That's what this offense is. I don't care what nobody say. This is a Super Bowl contending offense. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's not what I'm saying. But this offense can go toe-to-toe in points with anybody in the league. That's including Philly, Kansas City, Lions, Tampa Bay, whoever. Our defense is what's giving it up.
I agree. I definitely agree. And that's the thing. Like, that's the thing that you have to figure out as a front office, as a GM. You have to figure out if it's player personnel oriented or if it's scheme oriented. You got to figure that out, because no matter who you add to the dysfunction, it's still going to be dysfunctional. So they definitely have to figure that out. And like, if it were one player for me, I wouldn't say player, one position. There we go. One position for me would be the linebacker position.
But you got Overshawn coming back.
Still, that's adding power. and I don't want to put the weight of the world on a person who's just coming back from another knee injury. So, bam, linebacker, you got a dog back there. When Overshown comes back, now you got that dog, Overshown, and Maurice Leofau as a dog that's fitting the run schemes, that's fitting the gaps, that's busting up these runs, not allowing them to get to the second level. And if we need some pressure on the edges, put them out on the edges to blitz.
All right, hey, me and you can put a comment in the comment section right now. Hey, me, angry Cowboy fan and sports junkie over here at the park on Saturday, man. We need 9 people. Me, you, and 9 other people can go deep on this Cowboy defense. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad they are, bro. We can go deep on this topic. And for me to say that I take any defense in the league over Dallas, that's bad, bro.
Okay. Question.
That's bad. That's
Question.
bad. That's bad.
Have the Dallas Cowboys had busted coverages this year?
Yeah.
Has the busted coverages been on man or zone defense?
Mostly zone.
Zone.
Yeah, mostly
zone defense. Meaning it's schematic. It's not the players, it's the scheme that they're having an issue with why there's blown coverages.
Okay, cool. Well, maybe our cornerbacks, I'm just saying, I'm not saying this, I'm just saying, maybe our cornerbacks, is not as good as we think they are. Maybe our cornerbacks is not as good as we think they are, because when our cornerbacks a couple years ago got all them picks and pick sixes and all that, we had an elite front four, bro. The thing with Dallas is get ahead and make the team pass. That's what their philosophy was. So our rushers get pressure on the quarterback, will make him have to get the ball out of hands, which in turn helps the DBs and the corners back. True? Right? You know what I'm saying? So now we ain't getting no pressure. What scheme is stopping us from getting pressure? What scheme? You said it's scheme, right? So what scheme is stopping us from getting pressure? The scheme is getting us beat on the back end. What scheme is not putting pressure on this quarterback? You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So let's say you were able to bluff pressure. You're gonna bluff a blitz. You do the double A gap mug, have everybody up on the line of scrimmage. They have to slide their protections and see who that they have to get. Those edge rushers can get home just off that scheming more men on the defensive front than guys on the offensive front.
All right. We got 1 sack yesterday, I believe, and that was on a blitz. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You have to blitz in order to get home. Bryce Young sat back there all day, bro, dodging blitzers, throwing touchdowns. That's not scheme, bro. That's man on man. You can't get to the quarterback. We need somebody that's man on man that can get to the quarterback and create pressure to the quarterback. In my opinion, that's not scheme. I shouldn't have to scheme pressure, bro. That's what I'm saying. If you don't have talent, you scheme pressure because these dudes is not talented enough to get to the quarterback.
That's what they sacrificed when they gave up Michael Parsons.
I guarantee you, Myles Garrett don't need no damn scheme to get to the quarterback. You either gonna put 2 people over there to block him, or that's it, bro. Aaron Donald didn't need no scheme to get to the quarterback. I know I'm talking about greats, but I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need that. You know what I'm saying? You could have kept D Law for this. At least he was a good run stuffer. You know what I'm saying? Like we gave up people. You know what I'm saying? How J. Lou looking over there? That's what I'm trying to say, bro. This defense right here need one person that you have to account for. We got rid of Michael Parsons. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the double teams, let's say like a Myles Garrett, that give all these other people a chance to get to the quarterback. That's not scheme, man. That's you just not talented enough.
I know there's gonna be a but you gotta account for Kenny Clark. He takes up double teams as well.
Okay, so you got Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark is not an edge rusher though.
See, now we're honing in on that one person, on that one position that we want this first round pick to go to.
Yeah, an edge rusher.
So you need an edge rusher.
That's what I would do. And I'm gonna tell you something else I would do too. This might not be popular opinion. This is my opinion. I take Trayvon Diggs' ass and I'll put him back there as safety, man. Hey, I'm just being real, bro, because he's a ball hawk, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll put him as safety, man. You know what I mean? I'm just, I'll try it. At this point, you said desperate, right? Desperate times come for desperate measures. Trayvon Diggs, get your ass back there at the safety. We know he got hands. We know he got hands, bro. You ain't all the way healthy or something, but I know you're a ball hawk. I'm putting you at the safety position. Hell, you went from wide receiver to cornerback to safety. You're a safety now in this offense. I mean, in this defense. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm just keeping it real, bro. We gotta do something, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, they said also not doing Salmon Fowler, not neither. That's what I'm saying. We don't have that guy. That's all we need. We need a that guy. Who is that guy on the defense side of the ball?
See, you're right. We need a dog. We need a dude. And I'm a fond believer that if you get a dude at linebacker, this defense would see a difference right there. And we just don't have that dude at linebacker. Like one week, people want to praise James Houston, and then the next week, because they don't see him, they're like, "Oh man, James Houston's washed up." No, like we got people that are physically capable of doing it, physically capable. But who's to say that because of your defensive tackle, that's why your edge rusher got the pressure, or because of your one tech, that's why your defensive tackle was able to get the sack. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying do something, bro. I'm saying do something, bro. It's scheme and personnel, man. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. I believe this to be true. I went back and I watched that play. I heard somebody say it and I went back and watched it. That play when it was 4th and 4, that was the perfect scheme call, bro. Perfect. We didn't have the talent to make it pop. You know what I'm saying?
Which one? The slant play?
It was 4th and 4. Bland playing.
Oh, yep. The slant.
That was a perfect play call, bro. I heard somebody talk about it and I went back and watched. You know what I'm saying? That was a perfect play call. That linebacker, bro, they was anticipating if you notice the play, he barely missed it. Wasn't good enough, man.
Yeah, it was a slant flat. The inside receiver was running a flat, and then the outside was running a slant. And what was supposed to happen? That slant is supposed to get interrupted by the linebacker,
exactly. Right? And if he go out, Bland's gonna play the out. If you go in, that's the linebacker. So that's what you're talking about, the scheme. I get it, but I'm talking about the personnel wasn't good enough to make that play legit. You know what I'm saying? We need help over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need help over here. And I'm gonna start with the edge rusher. Overshawn coming back, so that's not priority right now. Because I wouldn't come. If I was Overshawn, I wouldn't come back to this shit. So you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't come back to this shit.
So on that play in particular, what would an elite pass rusher have done?
No, not for that specific play. They wouldn't. You know what I mean? But I'm not
still,
for that specific play.
Like that play, they're completely wiped out of it. An elite linebacker, make that play.
Okay, that's one play though. Let's talk about the season though. Elite pass rusher wouldn't have Jalen Hurts back there just patting the ball. Elite pass rusher wouldn't let Caleb Williams do what he did. Elite passer wouldn't let Russell Wilson break records and all this shit up on us, man. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to think too. The Giants don't got Russell Wilson no more. We got to play them again. So that dude over there, Jackson Dart or whatever.
That's where you're gonna need your linebacker that can actually chase him, that can actually run him down. Because ain't no pass rusher gonna run him down other than Micah Parsons.
Hey, Angie always says something. Ever since I've been on YouTube, I always heard her say this. Jerry Jones is what she say? A bargain shopper, basement, thrift store type person, man. He'll go out and make some moves, but it's gonna be for people that's like you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? If you don't never ask a girl out, how you know she won't go with you, bro? If you don't call Cleveland and say, "Hey, man, what's up with Myles Garrett?" Until they tell you no, you don't know it's not possible. I'm just using him as an example. I'm just using him as an example. If you don't call, how do you know they'll say no? How do you know? You don't know. You don't call. You don't say nothing. If Jerry Jones call, get on his damn radio station and say, "Yeah, we called Cleveland, man, from Miami," it'll make me feel better.
So
at least I know you out here actively trying to do something. I know you just ain't flipping people off. You know what I'm saying?
So what if Jerry came on the radio station and they was like, "So, Jerry, you making any moves?" And he says, "That's none of y'all business."
then I got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't none of my business to keep on trying to go to games and shit like that. You know what I mean? And all this other shit. And that's my business. You know what I mean? That's my point. The Cowboy fan base is so content on Jerry Jones saying, "Oh, we're gonna keep these picks, or we're gonna get rid of the pick. We're gonna use the picks, but they don't do nothing. But we just keep on showing up in this and this and this and this and this." That's the problem, bro. Too many people, man, want to sit on these picks. I've heard I did a video. You can go look at my comment section, bro. Multiple people when they're telling me I'm tripping, bro. We should save them picks for next year and the year after and all this other stuff. We need to all this crazy shit, bro. And another thing, that's not like it's a first round first pick, bro. Them is high. Them is second round picks, bro. Them second round picks, man. Them picks we got is second round picks, bro. Just call them second rounds. Just call them second rounds because that's what they are. They high draft picks, bro. That's not like the top 5, the top 10. Them is high picks that everybody want to sit on. And again, I'm not saying just be stupid. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be willing for the right player.
Who's to say that they're not? But the thing is that people are like, they're not putting it out in the media. They're not telling us that they're calling and they're not calling. They're not informing us. So automatically they're not doing it. That's the vibe that I get. And it's like we don't really know what they're doing behind closed doors. That's the nerve-wracking part about it.
We know what they're doing. We know what they're doing. But
as far as my stance, I'm like, I know that I have these things available. I know that I can will and deal them. But I'm going to will and deal them if there's something out there. I'm not just.
You mean to tell me it's nobody? The Ravens, they look like they about to be done. You mean to tell me that they ain't nobody over there on the Ravens you can call? The Ravens, Cleveland, Chicago, Vegas, all these teams with all these losing ass records, out of all them teams I just named and more, you mean to tell me there's nobody out there? Nobody. There's no defensive lineman, edge rusher out there on one of these sorry ass teams that you can't that's better than everybody on our team right now. Our front folk. You mean to tell me it's nobody on the Ravens, it's nobody on Vegas, it's nobody on Cleveland, it's nobody on Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody on the Jets. It's nobody on all these teams. You mean on the Titans? All these teams, bro. You mean to tell me it's not an edge rusher on any of these teams I named that's better than everybody we got right now? That's not true. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? And I think, and I know Jerry ain't calling because I've been a Cowboy fan my whole life. And history tells us that Jerry ain't gonna do nothing. And Jerry has came public and said the call got to start from the other side. I know this for a fact because Micah Parsons, you could have got way more for him. Did you call other people? No, you did not. You did exactly what the Lakers did when they negotiated with with Dallas. They sent whatever dude name is up over there. You know why? Because they only negotiated with the Lakers. They didn't put all the other rest of the NBA. What's the old boy name?
Which one, Luka?
Luka. They only negotiated with the Lakers when you could have got way more for him, but you only involved the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did for Micah Parsons. You only involved Green Bay. If you would have told the world that Micah Parsons is up for trade, you know what I'm saying? You could have got 3 picks, 4 picks, 5 picks. You know, who knows? But your pride wouldn't let you do it because you was mad at him, his agent, and all this other stuff. Pride, bro. It's pride and ego is what Jerry Jones. You know what I'm saying? They said Cincinnati and the Saints too. Yeah, them too.
They did kind of open it up because there was an offer from the Philadelphia Eagles, but they weren't going to send them to the Eagles because it's in division.
No, Jerry talked about it. Go listen to the interview that Jerry did. They asked him about it. I think it was on 105. Was it on 105? It was on one of them. They asked him why he didn't include everybody else. He addressed it, and that's how I know. It was mostly with the Green Bay. Nobody else really knew. Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was, man. I think Philly called him because they just knew the commotion and shit that was going on and they weren't going to pay him and shit like that. But it wasn't like open that he was up for trade. You know what I'm saying? They need to do something different, bro. I would rather do something different and fail, man, rather than do nothing at all and keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, bro. I've used this example before, man. When I was young, I couldn't get bad grades in school, bro. I'm getting my ass beat as soon as I get home, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I knew the progress report was coming out, man, I always made my mama be aware I'm in there studying all that shit. I wouldn't get in trouble if I was trying, man. It don't matter what the grade is, long as you trying. But if you ain't trying, you coming home, just going to the park, chilling all in the neighborhood, dripping and running. Oh, yeah, man, you wasn't trying. I would feel better if Jerry Jones was trying, bro. He's not trying. And I got to sit back and watch all these teams keep getting better and better and better. The 49ers was our kryptonite. They down right now. So you take advantage of that. The Philadelphia Eagles just won the Super Bowl, but they not looking like they was last year. You take advantage of that because they not going to stay put. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you the Philadelphia Eagles do something this year before the trade. And I don't care what it costs. It's not going to be a pie. We only got this much pie. You know, it's not going to be none of that. All you're going to do is look up and it's going to be breaking news. The Philadelphia Eagles signed such and such. And you're going to be like, well, how did they do that? We got the same cap they got and all this. They find a way to make it work. They've been to 2 Super Bowls, bro, in the last 3-4 years because they gamble. The Cowboys don't do that. The 49ers, think about it. Think about this, bro. The 49ers been to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia Eagles been to the Super Bowl. Atlanta been to the Super Bowl. Think about all the NFC teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. They tried.
What did Atlanta do to gamble? I don't know what they did to gamble.
That's not what I'm saying. But they've been.
And that could have been their coaching too.
Cowboys ain't been. The Rams, they been. Damn near every NFC team, the Lions in the Super Bowl? No, they went to the NFC Championship. Everybody has been to the damn NFC Championship except Dallas. So we have to look at it and be like, what are we doing different that these teams ain't doing? Bro, do something different. That's all I'm saying. Do something different, bro. You're doing the same thing.
See, but my thing is when they do something different, it's not the different that people want, so they didn't do anything different. You know?
Like what have they done different?
I mean, come on, man. There's been people, including us, saying that things look different. The way they're going about things look kind of different.
But I'm asking you though, what have they done different? I don't see nothing they done different. I'll be saying the team look different, but I'm talking about from a GM standpoint. What has Jerry Jones done differently?
The hiring of the coaches.
He did what?
The putting together of the coaching staff. We've always said that was
that ain't different. That's the same. He always hires some coaches that he can just tell what to do and shit. That ain't different. How's that different?
That
ain't different.
Come on,
how's that different?
Now it ain't different, man.
It ain't different.
There were so many content creators like, yo, this seems different. Maybe not you, but a lot of content creators, including myself. So things seems a little different the way that they were able to pick Shotty and then let Shotty do his thing, other than Matt Eberflus.
I know the hiring of the coaches look different, but the type of coaches that he hired ain't different. Different would have been going out and get a Belichick. I'm not saying get Belichick, but I'm just saying difference would have been going out and get a Belichick, somebody that's not, you can't just tell what to do like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? Going out and get what's the other coach that went to the not the Lions, but he went to, where'd he go?
Ben Johnson?
Yeah, that's different. Going to get somebody
How do you know though? How do you know? How do you know that's different?
Because he wasn't gonna let Jerry just tell him what to do.
How do you know?
Because I know, man. I know, man.
That's feelings, bro.
I know, man. That ain't feelings. Bro, if you sit back and look at Jerry, we know that Shotty is so far I've been giving Shotty credit, especially on the offense side of the ball. I've been giving him credit, but that wasn't like a hire that I could have told you he would have done that. That's not something that's out of the norm. Jerry I could have told you he would have hired dude. He was already on his staff. You know what I'm saying? His daddy, all this shit. He's a first-year head coach. I could have told you that. I could have predicted, but I'm not surprised that he did. Is what I'm saying. I'm not surprised he did.
I don't think anybody is surprised that Jerry went with that, with that hire. People were angry at the fact because, they don't think that he did his due diligence as far as trying to find head coaches.
Right.
But from what they were looking for, from what they wanted, the continuity, this was the right hire.
Doing something different for Jerry will be breaking news. Eva Fraud is fired. Just like the Titans just fired their head coach over there. That'd be different for Jerry. No, he fired. He did fire somebody else during the season. Hold on.
He fired Wade Phillips during the season, and he kind of regretted it, and that's why he said that he'd never give up on a coach during the season. That's why I'm saying, like, we might be stuck with Matt Eberflus for the rest of the year, unfortunately. But at the same time, I can't say unfortunately if you try to change things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your scheme's not working, then it is incumbent upon yourself to dig within yourself, get out of your comfort zone to find a better scheme. Like, and if you can't do that, then and
Hey,
Al Burns, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says Al Harris at defensive coordinator would make a difference. I just love Al Harris's his attitude, his aggression, his demeanor when it came to the DBs on the team when he was here. Like, I don't know how his defensive schemes would have been, but I know that they would have been aggression filled, and that's definitely more than what we got now.
you let Dan Quinn walk, right? Because you wanted the other coach, right? You let Dan Quinn walk. He went right over to a rookie quarterback, went right to the NFC Championship. That's different. Firing Uberfru, whatever his name is, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Going down there, getting on the mic saying, hey, they better do something. That's different. Jerry's birthday is today. That's why he was mad. He was mad because his birthday today. They went out there and got chumped. And you let Micah, you came on public and saying, we got rid of Micah because we brought in somebody to stop the run. Well, now you can't stop the run and you can't stop the pass. You know what I'm saying? All the Super Bowls that we've witnessed, not all, but most of the Super Bowl we witnessed, bro, was won by the defensive line. The Giants, when they beat the Patriots, that was won by the defensive line. The Rams, when they beat, that was won by the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? Philly, no matter how much Jalen Hurts balled out, and he did ball out, that Super Bowl was won from the defensive line. You know what I'm saying? They had Patrick Mahomes on skates. You know what I'm saying? So why are we comfortable with Jerry say? Wide receiver by committee. That's what he said, right? Wide receiver by committee. So now he's trying to do defensive line by committee, bro. You know what I'm saying? You need to go out and get somebody on this offensive line. And I ain't talking about just no John Doe. You need to go out and get somebody that's going to come in here and cause havoc, bro. And if you don't do that, you're not winning shit, man. And if we got to give up the damn picks, I'm good with it.
I think everybody is at that point that if you can will and deal the picks to get us something advantageous, then absolutely do it. But don't just will and deal it on the next man. Don't will and deal it on somebody that is average, just out of desperation. Everybody agrees with you, but for some reason it's like a for or against. Like, nobody's against just strictly holding on to picks. Don't try to do no business, none of that. Like, at least from what I'm gathering in the chat and myself, we're not in the business to just sit on the picks till next year. Like, no, if you can do something, do something.
Hey, would you get them picks up for Myles Garrett? See, that's what I'm talking about. I would right now, today. They call me, yeah. Hey, make that happen. That's where I'm at with it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And then what people are gonna say is he's older, and I don't care, bro. What's the difference between losing every single year than going all in 1 year? What's the difference? Ain't no difference. Ain't no difference. If we don't use those picks right now and just keep every single player on the team right now, we'd be the same team next year. Offense will be good, depending on nobody get hurt, and we'd be sorry. So why not go and if I can get Myles Garrett for them damn picks y'all talking about, man, listen, bro, make it happen. Hey, Steven, Cleveland said they won't make that happen. That's where I'm at with it, bro. I don't care about next year. And we ain't even promised tomorrow. I don't care about next year. I don't care about 2027, 2028, 2029. I do not care. By that time, we're going to be looking for a quarterback. Your quarterback right now is balling. You go all out for him. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do. You go all out and you go in for your quarterback. This dude right here is balling. You go put the necessary pieces around him. You did that on the offensive side of the ball. You went got Pickens. You signed Ferg. You got Turpin. I said we got the deepest wide receiver room in the NFL. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, Mingo, Brooks, Flournoy, Turpin, Tolbert. We got the Ferguson. We got the deepest wide receiver room in the NFL. You went out and got shored up your offensive line last year. You got Guyton. This year you got Booker. You got Javonte in the back. He didn't have a good game yesterday, but for majority of the season, he running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, your defense is straight. I mean, your offense is straight. You know what I'm saying? So now go out and shore up the defense.
The defense definitely needs some tender loving care, but like I said, you you bring in somebody of high caliber, it may
Would you
not
do it
even make
though?
a difference this year.
Ask the chat. Hey, chat, would you guys give up them picks for Myles Garrett?
And thank you again for the super chat. I truly appreciate it. Truly, thank you for rocking with the channel. It just left. Where did the super chat go? It is Al Burns. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate you. Thank you very much. Y'all answer the question. See what y'all come up with. You
Hey,
know.
ask him, Angry. I don't want to take over your channel, brother.
Nah, go ahead, man. You good? You good?
Hey, would you guys give up the picks for Myles Garrett this season? I ain't talking about no next season. I don't care about next season. I don't. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I don't care about next season. I'm asking y'all, would you guys gamble those picks for Myles Garrett right now? And I just seen Myles Garrett do an interview. He not happy over there with all that losing. Would you guys give up them picks for Myles Garrett? I want to know, man. I want to know. Am I alone in this? They think I'm crazy, man. Oh, they saying hell yeah. Somebody saying no. Somebody saying 100. JB said go young in the draft. See, here we go with that draft shit. You know what I'm saying? Here we go with that draft shit, bro. You can go in the draft and get a straight bum. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what that draft is going to be. You don't know if they're going to hit. And do you know what's going to happen next, Angry? Let me tell you what the fan base is going to say next after they go in the draft. Let me tell you what they're going to say. After we save those picks and go in the draft, this is what they're going to say. Well, you got to give him 1 or 2 years. He got to develop. That's what they're going to say. So now it's another year. So we use the picks to go in the draft. You know this is what's going to happen, bro. We use the picks. We go get Young in the draft. He don't pan out the first year. Then they're going to start saying, oh, well, he got to develop him. He need 2 or 3 years. He need this. So now we kick the can down the road a few more years. Now you need a quarterback.
See, like, I love how it's like, if we don't do this, then everything's disaster. If we do this, we're making it to the Super Bowl. Like, we can go out and burn those damn 2 draft picks on Myles Garrett and not even make the playoffs.
Yep, but we tried.
The scheme.
We tried. If we don't go get him, we seem like we ain't gonna make it. We tried. You tried, bro. You don't never know unless you try. You don't know. Anything can happen. People can get hurt. Anything can happen. You don't never know what happened. Look at the what was that? I know it's not football, but it's basketball. The year that Kawhi and them won a championship, I think that's the year they got was that the year that KD got hurt? They got hurt in the championship, which lets TR to anything can happen. You don't know unless you try. What have we done so far? I don't care about playoffs. I don't care about 12-5 records. All that shit is good as a fan. We could talk shit throughout the season. Oh yeah, my team this, my team that. That's good for me. It's good for you. It's good for content creators. We got a lot of shit to talk about because we balling. You know what I'm saying? We balling. We 12-5. We could talk about a lot of shit during the season. But once the season ends and we in the tournament, now what? What have we done differently over the course of 30 years? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? To do something, to try. We're not even trying. We keep going to get these bargain basement ass people. You know what I'm saying? We keep doing this something by committee, you know what I mean, and all this other shit. And everybody else that's talking about them picks, especially the haters, the only one to use them picks, bro, because they're thinking about a quarterback, bro. A lot of people do not like Dak, bro, especially JB. He don't like that. He can't wait to draft another quarterback, bro. This is their thinking. And then in years to come, we're going to need a quarterback. Now we need a whole nother. Now they're talking about we're in a rebuild stage. I told y'all last year, you can go look at my videos from last season. I said we're not in a complete rebuild. We need to toughen up the defense. We're going to be straight. People call me crazy. The videos are still up. I got receipts. I said we're not in a rebuild stage. Next year, we will be great. It's just the defense. And look what I write. Number 1 offense down there in the league. Defense trash. This ain't no rebuild stage. This is a reboot stage. Reboot your defense and let's go try to win. And if you don't win, you don't win. But you tried. You tried. Super Bowl is hard to win, bro.
And like, my thing is this: is like, if it's not if it's not the player or the trade that people think or people suggest, then people say that they didn't try.
No.
Like, I mean, in the season, and I know like if you don't even trade for anybody before the trade deadline, then pfft, it's kind of malpractice. But at the same time, we can't really go into this saying you didn't try because we don't know. Unfortunately, we don't know.
Oh, all right. Well,
I just it's just like my feeling is that you didn't try. You didn't pick up the phone. Like we don't know for a fact that they did or didn't. But at the same time, people's expectations of go big or, just go big. You can't do anything else but go big. Somebody's going to get disappointed in the long run.
that's true. All right, man. I gotta go, man. I just want to say this before I get out of here, bro. I didn't mean to come take over your show, man. But
Nah, you didn't.
I feel passionate about what I'm saying, bro, because this offense is elite, bro. I believe this offense can go toe to toe with anybody in the league, bro. Anybody.
Ooh.
But it sucks that your quarterback, your receivers, Pickens out here balling, and we don't even know what's up with that. A normal organization, we would already know they're gonna sign Pickens. You can't tell me 100% right now Jerry gonna sign Pickens. So that means you can't tell me he's gonna be back next season. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb hurt now. What if Dak got hurt last year with the fake hamstring, as everybody called it? So what happens is he get injured or something next season. Now what you gonna talk about? But you got the draft. You got the draft though. You draft. Let's say you draft good. Let's say you get a hit. You use those picks and you hit. Elite, Hall of Famer, Pro Bowler. You hit.
Right.
But now Dak hurt. Now CeeDee out. We lost Pickens. Now it's 2-3 more years down the line. No, forget all that, bro. Forget all that.
You see the disaster, like the disaster. If we don't use the picks, it's a disaster. If we don't use the picks, it's all anarchy. And
no, I'm saying use the picks now, bro. Because Angry, you know this, bro. You play arena football or semi-pro or whatever, bro. You say you talked about your injury multiple times, right? So, bro, anything can happen next season. You know what I'm saying? You don't know about next season, so go plunge now. You don't have time to be talking about next year. Like anything can happen next year. Anything can happen. You can hit on those picks. Let's say let's take the best case scenario. You use you keep the picks, the 2 picks, you keep them. You hit in the draft. Okay, you got a Hall of Famer, you got an all pro. You hit. That get hurt. What did your picks do for you? Nothing. Zero.
So what if we use those? What if we use those 2 picks and then the guy comes over here and Dak gets hurt? At least you tried.
But at least it's now. We're going now. You talking about a year from now? I can see if it was the trade deadline is November 4th, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got multiple more games before then, bro. You got weeks. It's not like you got to make a spare of the moment thing like you got to do it today. But I'm talking about over the course of the next couple weeks, you can be trying to put fillers to see what's out there. I'm not saying just go give them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? But you got to do something, bro. I am tired of being a Cowboy fan. This is why we deal with people like Drew. Because they can come up in here and keep telling us what we don't do when his team over there gonna make moves. I guarantee you, but I'll be willing to put money on it that the Philadelphia Eagles make a move. And it's gonna be a big move, bro. It's not gonna be no bargain basement thrift store person, bro. Watch. They're gonna try to do something to get better. And all I'm saying is the Dallas Cowboys should do something to get better and not wait until next season, because tomorrow ain't promised, and we don't know what them picks gonna turn out to be. We don't know if people gonna be healthy, people gonna be hurt. We do not know. Your offense is elite right now. You go in right now. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
With the Philadelphia Eagles, yeah, they're winning games currently on a 2-game losing streak, and they are dysfunctional.
Yeah, they won a Super Bowl.
They won a Super Bowl outside of that dysfunction. It wasn't dysfunctional back then. They had everything. They had every piece that they needed in order to succeed in that Super Bowl. This year is dysfunctional. Why? Because of the offensive scheme. Not because of the talent on the team, but because of the offensive scheme. When they get that figured out, then the ball's going to continue to roll on the offensive side of the ball. Like you got to give the Dallas Cowboys a little bit of leniency on what's going on this year, seeing that is the entire coaching staff's first year. But more importantly, Matt Eberflus. I'm not saying give him all the time in the world, but damn, this is like what, game 6, and it's like get him out of here, get him out of here, change
But
up the scheme.
all right, but the majority, not all, but the majority of the defense was here last year, correct?
Yeah.
Most of them, and we're saying the same thing about Zim. So now we got a new coach, majority same players, but it's the coach again. At some time, bro, it's gonna have to put it on the damn players, bro. At some point in time, it have to be on the players, man. The same way people tell me that Dak Prescott should have changed that play and all that. Well, hell, you knew on that cornerback position right now. I know what the play is called and shit like that, but you study film, you study tape. At some point in time, we got to put the onus on the players, bro. Zim was here, you know what I'm saying? Now we got fuck. Now we got him here. You know what I mean? At some point in time, we're gonna have to put the onus on the players, man. We can't just keep blaming the coach after coach after coach and scheme and scheme and scheme, bro.
I mean, bro, when they ain't coached up, you can tell when that team ain't coached up. And that
Hey,
team was not coached up. That defense was not coached up against the Carolina Panthers.
I got you. Hey, I gotta go, but let me ask you a question before I go, right? If I told you, well, it's mostly to the chat and to you too. If I told you we're gonna go all in this year, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it to the Super Bowl. I'm not telling you if we win or lose, but we make it to the Super Bowl. Whether we win or lose, don't matter. Would you take that and be sorry the next 5 years?
Yeah, I mean,
I would too.
if that
I
gives
would
us
too.
an opportunity to make it to a Super Bowl,
Exactly.
but
I would
with the
too.
team that we have right now and the way that they're going with their coaching staff, like I wouldn't trust my defense there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about use those picks and shit like that to go try to make the defense better. Because I don't believe we need a top 5 off defense, bro. I just think we need a defense to just be. Anything will be better than what we have now. Anything. Any player, any elite player, I don't care. You name them. I don't care what position. Edge, rusher, safety, linebacker. I don't care. Cornerback. I don't care. Any elite player you drop on this team makes this team immediately better than they are now. You can't get worse. And I ain't care about no scheme. I'm talking about any player, man. Any player you name, you go get him and drop him on this team right here, bro. It makes this team better because they can't get worse. And that one player making this team better just a little bit, make 1 or 2 plays, win games, man. 1 or 2 plays, win games. It ain't a whole course of the game. We just need 1 or 2 plays when they count to make that play, man. It wins game. I gave the example Michael Parsons. He made 1 play in that game. That's why it was a tie. 1 play, man. And if I can get rid of those picks for 1 or 2 plays, them picks is bye-bye.
Nah, if I'm spending my first round picks on a player, he better come with more than 1 play a game that came in overtime. I'd be damned. Nah, I want you to ball throughout the game. Nah.
You know what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying. Hey, chat, salute to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Angry, man. Sorry for coming over, taking over your show, bro. I was passionate about that, man. I seen you live, man. You know, I had to come on here and talk my piece, man.
Of course, man.
You know
of course.
But I'm gonna holler at you, man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you. Peace.
All right, later.
Yeah. That was the homie Sports Junkie in the building. Man, it's always fun getting with my man Sports Junkie. But JB, I just gave him my show. You know what I gave him? You know what I gave him? I gave him the floor. Because that's what you do. When somebody comes on your show, you show them respect and you give them the runway to say what they need to say. I'm not a person that will continuously come in and try to cut people off. No, I try to show people respect. So yeah, when they come on my show, including you or including whoever comes in from the chat, because the link was in there, I will definitely show you respect by giving you the floor. It's not always about division or he did this better than that person. It's not always about that. It's about being courteous and about being respectful. This is what I chose to do today. You know, be respectful, especially to my brother. You know what I'm saying? And any of my brothers and sisters who would hit the link. But anyhow, Cowboys Nation, this was fun. This was fun. I appreciate every single one of y'all coming up here and rocking with your man. The super chats, I truly thank you guys and gals for those. You don't know how much that means to me. Help me get my damn truck fixed. But anyway, if anybody's going to be in the Dallas area in November 1st, 2nd, 3rd, throughout the game, because the Dallas Cowboys play the Arizona Cardinals at AT&T Stadium that Monday. Y'all see me, y'all see the Angry Cowboys fan logos and stuff, don't hesitate to holler at your man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm out there to see you guys. I'm also out there to see the game, but I want to go and just hang out and chill and just have some back and forth with a lot of Cowboys fans. So we're going to be out there for the tailgating. We're going to be out there for everything. First time, it's the Mecca for a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I got to try and do it right. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all that came by, that stopped by, that gave me y'all time. Listen, if you're not subscribed to the channel, highly advise that you subscribe to the channel. And hey, you can help us get the word out of some classy Cowboys content. But Cowboys Nation, we got to do better. Not us as a fan base, because we rock for our team thick and thin. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboys defense has to do better. You can't ask your offense to go out there and score 40 points in every single game to try and secure a win. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to play complementary football. Complementary football, starting from the individual, complementing the individual beside them. Then it spreads. It spreads. And then your defense is able to complement your offense and vice versa. That's how you win games. You can't win games when you have to piggyback another side of the damn ball. It doesn't work that way. And even if we were to get to the playoffs this year and we got a defense like this that doesn't understand the scheme, one and done. So we have to figure it out. Right now, we're going into week 7. We're not going in a game that's really advantageous game for us to get some get back. We're playing the Washington Commanders, but we got to go in there and we're going to have to do the damn thing. We got to get back on track. Unfortunately, the run did a little worse with the Carolina Panthers, and Jay Toya was in the game. I'm just saying, Cowboys Nation. I'm just saying. But anyway, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. We're going to go ahead and go live again. I'm going to do some more of these throughout the week. Get y'all some classic Cowboys content out there. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. And I do want to give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Michael. Happy birthday today. We'll be down there later on this month to celebrate with you. We love you. And that's it, Cowboys Nation. So y'all go ahead and have a great Monday night, and I'll holla at y'all later. Peace. Oh, what, Miss Matrix? He got minions over there? JB, you got minions over there? Oh man, but I appreciate all y'all, coming in and joining and just rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? After a loss, it sucks, but it's great to just be around a bunch of individuals that feel the same pain that I do. You know what I'm saying? That feel the same pain that I do, that wants for this team like I do. I don't like the echo chamber. I don't want everybody to agree with me. So it's a breath of fresh air when you have, content creators and fans such as like JB the Cowboys fan come in and give a different perspective, because we ain't all in here trying to be a cult. We're like, yes, Dallas Cowboys. No, we need some objective critiques and criticism, and I enjoy that. So don't ever think that this is a one-way street. It's a two-way street, and I value each and every one of y'all's opinion. But please, next time, hit that link, everybody. Just come in and spit your raw and uncut, because it is very important to this platform. Love you guys.